Hello, everyone. Did you know that stroke is a leading cause of disability? Yet over 80% are preventable through simple habits? It's no coincidence that brain specialists rarely suffer one. In simple, quick, 2-minute steps. Now again, we've randomized these 10 steps for optimal brain protection. We will cover familiar things like monitoring blood pressure. Let's start with a foundational step, gently waking up your body. After hours of stillness, your circulation is sluggish. Gentle movement acts as a vascular awakening. It improves blood flow to both the muscles and the brain, helping to smooth. You do not need an intense workout. Just 2 to 10 minutes is sufficient. This can be gentle stretches while still on your bed. Think of it like starting an engine on a cold day. You want to warm up the system smoothly. This controlled, gentle activation. Major health organizations, including the American Heart Association, confirm that regular, even light, physical activity is a critical. Always listen to your body. If you feel pain, slow down. The goal is gentle activation, not exhaustion or strain. We've activated the physical system. Next, we address damage at the cellular level. We'll explore 2 vital building block indices. We've addressed blood flow. Now let's talk about structural integrity. Every nerve cell in your brain is encased in a protective. Choline and uridine are essential precursors to phosphatidylcholine, which makes up a significant portion of your brain cell membranes. Uridine in particular has been shown to be critical for synaptogenesis, the creation of synaptic connections. How do we get choline? The richest sources are egg yolks, beef liver, and certain nuts. Most people, especially seniors, are deficient. Uridine is harder to get through diet alone. While certain fermented foods contain small amounts, this is one instance where specific. Choline does double duty. Beyond structure, it's also a direct precursor to acetylcholine, the primary neurotransmitter involved. If you choose to supplement these compounds, remember they are best absorbed when taken with a meal containing healthy fats. By consciously feeding your brain choline and uridine, you are giving your neural networks the best chance to fortify. We've addressed the cellular structure. Now, we move to a fascinating link between a simple morning habit and your vascular risk. This connection is often missed, but chronic gum inflammation provides a direct highway for dangerous bacteria to reach your circulatory system. We're moving from the microscopic repair of nerve cells to a surprisingly potent vascular threat found right in your mouth. When your gums are chronically inflamed, they provide a direct, open wound for oral bacteria to enter your bloodstream. The solution is remarkably simple and takes less than 30 seconds. Dental floss. Brushing cleans the surfaces, but by disrupting these bacterial colonies every morning, you stop the source of the chronic infection before it has a chance to. Studies consistently show a strong, undeniable link. Individuals with severe periodontitis have a significantly higher risk. Make flossing part of your absolute first routine. Floss, brush, and then proceed with your other morning habits. Why do neurologists emphasize this habit so strongly? Because it is a simple, high-leverage way that doesn't inflammation. It can proceeds. We've cleaned the exterior. Now, let's fortify the interior. The next secret is using your morning meal as a powerful source. We'll learn how to choose foods that actively calm your system, ensuring that your first fuel source of the day fights inflammation rather than feeding it. This meal is your daily chance to flood your body with antioxidants and healthy fats, essential for vascular function and brain health. We've addressed inflammation starting in the mouth. Now, let's look at the biggest internal inflammatory trigger, your breakfast. Refined carbohydrates and excessive sugar cause rapid blood glucose spikes, forcing your body into a state of systemic inflammation that stresses your vascular system. Your primary defense is antioxidants. Berries, particularly blueberries and strawberries, are packed with. A truly anti-inflammatory breakfast must include healthy fats, especially those rich in omega-3s. Stigerines. My recommendation for the ideal stroke-proof meal is simple. High-fiber oatmeal or Greek yogurt, topped with a handful of dark. Fiber is your ally. The soluble fiber in oats and whole grains acts as a mechanical brake on glucose absorption. If you drink coffee or tea, ensure it is unsweetened. The polyphenols in both are powerful antioxidants. We've addressed nutrition. Now, we move to a true secret of neuroprotection, learning to instantly switch off your body's stress response. This nerve is the command center for your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. We'll explore two incredibly simple, yet highly effective ways to hit the vagus nerve's reset button right in your morning routine. We've addressed nutrition and structure. Now, for one of the deepest secrets of neuroprotection, learning to instantly control your morning stress and anxiety activate your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode. The fastest way to hit the vagus nerve's reset button is through mild, controlled cold exposure. A splash of cold water on your face. Another secret lies in the simple act of humming or singing. The vagus nerve runs through your vocal cords and inner ear. Why is this important for stroke prevention? Chronic stress elevates the stress hormone cortisol, which
Practicing this activation turns the vagus nerve into an emotional buffer. It reduces your reactivity to common morning stressors.
Stack this new habit onto the previous one. After flossing and brushing, splash your face with cold water for 10 seconds. We've learned how to internally control pressure spikes. Now, we must the non-negotiable metric. Is morning? Most strokes occur in the morning due to a natural phenomenon called morning dehydration of conventional surge. I'll show you the single most common mistake people make when checking their pressure, which can lead to dangerously false readings. We've learned the internal mechanisms to reduce stress, but now we must confront the primary measurable risk factor. The biggest mistake people make is taking a reading incorrectly. You must sit quietly for 5 minutes with your back supported. Another common error, taking the reading over clothing. The cuff must be placed directly on your bare arm.
To capture the morning surge accurately, the optimal time is within 1 hour of waking up, after you have emptied your bladder. And
never rely on a single reading. Always take 2 readings, separated by 1 minute of rest, and use the average. Understand your target numbers. Persistent morning readings above 130/80 are a serious warning sign. If your reading is, do not obsess over a single high reading. The true clinical value comes from tracking the trend over weeks and months. We've mastered the physical metrics. Now we move back to the psychological, hitting the pause button on the day's impending chaos.
this isn't complex meditation. It's a quick, focused breathing technique designed to stabilize your heart rate and prepare your executive function.
We'll explore how this pause button reduces the harmful effects of morning cortisol, the stress hormone that increases your vascular risk. We've monitored the metrics. Now, let's proactively manage the source of many high morning readings: stress. Waking up often causes a natural spike in the stress hormone cortisol. If you immediately jump into emails or news, the key is diaphragmatic breathing. Breathe deep into your belly, not your chest. Slow, deep breaths, aiming. During these 120 seconds, the rule is strict. No phone, no news, no sudden stressors. This simple breathing exercise is a high-leverage tool for improving your heart rate variability. I suggest performing this 2-minute calm period immediately before you take your morning blood pressure reading. By stacking this mental reset right after your physical warm-up, you build a powerful, consistent morning chain. Every small habit reinforces. We've stabilized the nervous system. Now, let's fortify your cellular power with the 2 most crucial electrolytes for blood pressure. We'll explore how common deficiencies in these 2 minerals directly contribute to hypertension and muscle cramps, and what specific foods you must eat this morning. Forget expensive supplements. The solution for optimal electrolyte balance often lies in incorporating a few simple, powerful whole foods into your diet. We've learned to manage stress, but stress is amplified by cellular imbalances. Our next crucial step is optimizing 2 powerful. Magnesium is the natural calcium channel blocker of your body. It helps relax the smooth muscles in your artery walls, widening the blood vessels. Potassium is magnesium's critical partner. It helps your kidneys excrete excess sodium, which is the primary driver of fluid retention. While supplementation is an option, for most people, the best way to correct deficiencies and ensure optimal absorption is through whole foods. This isn't just about the brain. Deficiencies in these electrolytes, particularly potassium, are the root cause of those painful. Stack this step onto your anti-inflammatory breakfast. Adding half an avocado or a handful of almonds ensures you start your day. Ultimately, both minerals support endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. We've addressed the complex molecules. Now, we return to the very foundation of life. The next secret is arguably the simple. We'll discuss why this single act significantly lowers your blood viscosity and reduces the risk of clot formation at the start of your day. The key isn't just drinking water, it's how much and when to ensure maximal benefit to your vascular system. We've fortified the cells and stabilized the electrolytes. Now for the most basic, yet when you're dehydrated, the total volume of water in your blood decreases. This makes your blood thicker or more viscous. The remedy is simple. Drink 1 to 2 glasses of plain water immediately upon waking, even before you take your blood pressure reading or have coffee. Early morning hydration also supports healthy kidney function, helping the body achieve fluid and electrolyte balance. A major mistake is reaching for coffee immediately. Caffeine is a mild diuretic. If you consume it while already dehydrated, you exist. If you find drinking a large amount of water quickly upsets your stomach, simply sip it slowly over the first 5 minutes after you wake up. Never underestimate the power of this incredibly simple habit. It's a core biological necessity that directly mitigates clot risk. We've addressed the internal fluid dynamics. Now we move to a subtle, structural risk factor that plagues modern life. This habit is about extending the benefits of the light movement we started with throughout your entire day. The key isn't willpower. It's using simple environmental cues to trigger movement, protecting your arteries from damaging rigidity all day long. We've reached our final secret, and it's a critical one for modern life: avoiding the vascular damage caused by prolonged sitting. When you sit still for long periods, your arteries, especially in your legs, lose their ability to expand and contract effectively. The solution is not complex exercise, it's micro movements. You must break up your sitting time every 30 minutes. Don't rely on willpower. Use environmental triggers. Set a silent alarm your phone for every half hour. When you stand and move, your calf muscles act as a venous pump, forcefully pushing blood back towards your heart and brain. We have now covered the complete 10-step morning protocol to stroke-proof your brain. From gentle movement and cellular repair compounds, knowledge alone is not enough. I want you to pick one of these 10 habits, perhaps the cold water splash or the dental floss. If you found this scientific breakdown valuable, please hit the like button, share button, and share this with anyone you care about. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want more science-backed strategies on longevity and brain health. We break down complex research every week. Thank you for joining me. Protect your brain, be consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.